9 a.m., Monday, May 5th. We're in the 70s here. We've escaped the rain to the south, but I do believe I see some Altocumulus castellanus, the thunderstorm precursor cloud building. Guess where we are? Is that? I'm not quite sure who that is, rock and rollers, but I think I'll get a clue. So we've left the running for the roses to go out a different door further south. And here's one door, many doors to go. Here's my clue though. That's the doorbell on our room. Out another door. Oh my goodness, look at this. Cadillac. Looks like a Cadillac to me anyway. There's a door there, but I think I want to go this way by the Almeric surfboard signed by the Beach Boys. Are you kidding me? All right. Here's where we are. Yeah. We just checked in last night at about 1:30 in the morning. I just flew in and boy, my arm's tired. So let's go out this door and do weather and more. It's warming rapidly here. The dew point here is 70 degrees. What's the dew point at your house? Are you in New Bedford, Massachusetts? Here's the regional roundup from about 7 a.m. when the sun came up in southern New England. Oh, shoot. On the wrong door. All right, I just had to skip ahead. I didn't know my lay of the land here. Sorry about that. All right, where were we? Got to get away from the music, too. The regional temperature roundup in New England this morning. Serious backdoor cold front yesterday. And the temperature this morning, 40s, 50s, and the blue numbers, the dew point still 61 dew point in New Bedford this morning with the air from the south. There is a front right over southern New England, and when this front came through yesterday, good morning, Kubota. When this front came through yesterday, it was gorgeous just ahead of the front. Boston was 77 degrees at 12:50 p.m. The front came through, the wind went from southwest to northeast, shifted on a dime, and 100 minutes later, it was 54 degrees. Is that right? 77 to 54. Down 23 degrees in 100 minutes. That is a front for the ages. All right, I think me and the gull can just do the weather here. So I'm in the Atlantic Ocean. It's all connected. The weather is all connected. The North American continent and the Atlantic Ocean, and the screw is being turned by an upper level low pressure system right over Louisville, Kentucky. It's just amazing. It parked itself there the day of Kentucky Oaks, stuck around for Kentucky Derby, and was still there yesterday and is still there this morning. Talk about all connected. Look at this giant satellite image. There on the upper right there, that's Iceland. And there's a cloud from Iceland across the entire North Atlantic over to Labrador. A low pressure system went through Labrador this morning, and the front is right over New England. Then it goes into that upper level low over Louisville, Kentucky. And then the front comes down right into North Florida. It's all connected. Iceland, Boston, Louisville, Daytona Beach. Oh, it's so nice to have my toes in the water. It's so beautiful here. We'll have this in New England soon. Sorry, gull. Hate to interrupt. So looking south, we're going to have bubbling cumulus clouds. The Severe Storm Prediction Center says today we have severe weather in West Texas, marginal risk for severe weather here on the Florida coast, and thunderstorms just south of New England, chance of a thunderstorm in parts of southern New England. And here is the radar. The swirl over Kentucky is finally easing, but it's going to come right at New England. And not much going on in Florida right now. And in New England, some of the heaviest rain in the entire nation. And there are also some spots of snow out west. You want to see where it's snowing this morning? Or actually, this was yesterday. Just west of Las Vegas. When we went to Las Vegas last year, started following Mount Charleston Guy in the Spring Mountains in Nevada. It was snowing yesterday. So we have a cold pool aloft in the southwestern United States. We've got another one over Kentucky that's moving to New England. and that one over the southwestern United States is going to end up in New England by the end of the week, with air coming at us from both northern Canada, when I say us, I mean New England, and here in Florida. We are the battlegrounds, and the rainfall forecast has been a moving target. We've been talking about it for some time. Into the wind, Gull, into the wind. Very good. 48 hours ago, we showed a QPF rainfall forecast of 3.3 in Worcester, and then yesterday we showed one of 5.2 in Glastonbury, Connecticut. Well, they were both wrong, so far anyway. Here's the Coco Raz. Southwestern Connecticut has only picked up about an inch so far. It's a work in progress here. Just across the Hudson River, there's been 2 inches in upstate New York. You come over to the Boston area, south of Cape Cod, it's mostly less than an inch. But right in southern Vermont, southern New Hampshire, northern Massachusetts, where that front kind of slowed as it was progressing south yesterday, it has been pouring, and so far in the lead in the last 2 days, 3.18 inches of rain since Saturday in Nottingham, New Hampshire. So that makes sense. That's where the cold air from the north is meeting the warm air from the south, and this boundary is going to kind of just stall over us for the next 2 days. So why don't I just try and get to the forecast? It's not that good in New England. Beautiful down here. The front is stalled. You have the surface front, air from the north and northern New England, air from the south and southern New England, and you have surface low pressure systems, waves on the front, and you have an upper level low coming in. About 3 different reasons for the air to rise and make downpours. And there it is on the NAM high res with the downpours coming and going. Not so much in southwestern Connecticut anymore, but there is some rain there. Now we're spreading across New Hampshire and Maine tonight. And elements of heavy rain. Sometimes it's raining a ½ inch an hour, and you can't really memorize all these things, but you see another batch of heavy rain tomorrow coming up from the south, overrunning. So wind up in the sky from the south, wind down near the ground from the northeast, and those are torrential downpours, and I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with some flash flooding somewhere in New England. And now this goes out through tomorrow night. It's a 60-hour product that was initialized this morning at 2 a.m., so it stops at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and at that point it looks like we're getting to the beginning of the end of this multi-day rainfall and cold air. Warmer air is going to be trying to come in, but it's still precipitating. And in the very far upper left there, you see the 552 circle there. That's the upper level low cutoff, 552, just warm enough that it's all rain at all elevations. But in the upper left, see the 546 line? Right there with the purple and the blue north of Lake Huron, that's a mixture of snow, sleet, and rain to our northwest. Is it going to snow, sleet, and rain in New England this week? I say yes, it is, but it doesn't look the same as it did yesterday. Every day we look at this, what was day 10. Oh, today was day 10 about 10 days ago, showing snow for southern New Hampshire. Remember that? 10 days ago, the GFS had snow for southern New Hampshire today. Ha, ha, ha. Weather is funny. So is the weather man. Hey, wait a minute. I think I might be able to do some surfing here. What are the rules? Where are the boards? Oh, maybe a little bit of surfing. Got to be a break around here somewhere. And update on the sky. We've definitely got some mid-level instability here. Altocumulus castellanus. So a pretty good chance of a thunderstorm. And there's the view of our hotel. Pretty cool, huh? And it's not like an old beat-up hard rock. It's pretty modernized inside, so it is quite comfortable, and the rates were really acceptable. We made a last-minute decision here to chase to Florida, and it's a very special occasion, which you'll see tomorrow. So for now, let's go back to the GFS. No, wait, we've got a couple of bikers here. I want to check out the bikers. It's all about weather and more. Oh, yeah. We've got, I can't remember the name of the bike where the long forks in the front. That is cool. Now, when I went to Florida last time, or no, maybe that was California, we weren't allowed to ride bicycles on the beach. So everywhere you go, the rules are a little different. I like these rules a lot. It's like you can do whatever you want right here, and that's how it really should be. Okay, here's the GFS. Sorry. It's all connected. You got There's actually a couple of tiny winter storm warnings, one in Montana, another one in northwestern New Mexico, and I think there was another one somewhere, I can't remember, Colorado. So those mountains are really high out there. But we're watching New England, and the surface low is coming in here, and another one comes in tomorrow, and the upper level low is finally moving out of Kentucky and coming right over New England. That's going to keep the rain going. Instability, it's going to get very humid. Well, it's already humid, right? And downpours keep on going Wednesday. We're talking inches of rain. Oh, timeout. I didn't show the QPF for the next 60 hours, did I? I was just talking about Wednesday. Well, here's the QPF through Wednesday. Quantitative precipitation forecast with those bands of rain. Definitely a moving target. Every day we show it, it's different. And now it shows the heaviest rain coming right up on the Rhode Island-Connecticut border. I think that may be a little too far west. And then spreading across northern New England. And once again, only far northern Maine is not in the rain. Cape Cod is back in the rain now, isn't it? It's different than it was yesterday. And at 60 hours, 2 p.m. on Wednesday, we closed it in there. And anywhere in blue, that's over an inch or two. And then you get the yellow and the mustard and the gold. And now we're talking 3, 4, 5 inches additional rainfall on, looks like, in west of Narragansett Bay, north of the Merrimack River. Just amazing. So we're getting a month's worth of rain this week. All right, I break for birds. Come on, bird, fly right at me. Thank you. Anybody want to call the name on that bird right there? There's this buddy right here. Oh, yeah, thank you. Look at that. Is that a grackle? We have grackles here. I think we do. Oh, look at that biker. Oh, he's not even pedaling. That's magic, isn't it? All right, so there must be some bait right here beneath my feet. What are you catching? Catch the forecast, will you, dude? We're going to the GFS, picking it up on Wednesday. Here it is, Wednesday. The upper level low is finally leaving, but here comes another cold front, and now we're getting into that time, May 8th and 9th, where the models have been threatening again to try and make it snow in New England. There's the 540. There's a low over the ocean. Oh, the 540 fades, and the low over the ocean brings more rain in here on Friday afternoon into, of course, Saturday morning. And that's going to look and feel a little bit like a chilly nor'easter, although it's technically not a nor'easter. But there is a high to the north and a low to the south, so maybe, yeah, it will feel like a nor'easter here on Saturday morning. Sorry about that, Ed. Oh, boy, it's tough to run a restaurant on a Saturday in New England lately, isn't it? And then Sunday, are we going to get a day without rain in New England Sunday? Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's a couple showers near the Canadian border, but at least it's not snow. Or is it? That's a moving target. And then we're getting out to Monday. Now that's the 12th, right? A week from today. It might not rain in New England 1 week from today, although it does show a little green spot there again near the Canadian border. And now, oh, what is this coming up from the south? That looks like a tropical wave coming up over North Carolina next Tuesday into Wednesday. Oh, boy. Otherwise, the real warm air had tried to come in there for about a Monday and a Tuesday, but then by Wednesday, it's an onshore flow again with an upper level low. So even though it's a very warm air mass, it could be cold down beneath the warmth out to 240 hours. Oh, that's Wednesday, May 15th, I believe. And let's do, just for the fun of it, the coast to coast North America snow. This is week 29 in a row of coast to coast North America snow. And look at the mountains from Idaho to Colorado to New Mexico, looking at 1 to 2 feet of snow. And then otherwise, it's across Canada, connecting, yes, Canada is North America, connecting the Pacific to the Atlantic, and Maine getting clipped, the county. Northern Aroostook County gets clipped by a little bit of snow, and this is a moving target. There's still a chance we're going to see some mixed precipitation south into central New England in the next 10 days. All right, should we conclude the weather? Why don't we conclude the weather? All right, I mentioned it's all connected. The weather in Boston and Louisville and here in Daytona Beach, and also the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Yesterday, Brendan Diem and friends have been going here for decades.
Rain kiting.
Kiting in the rain. Hey, careful, you guys are going to get wet. Kiting in the rain and dodging thunderstorms yesterday.
Takers out here.
Nice job, Brendan. Also from Weymouth. And what else? I got off the plane yesterday. And it was about 12:30 at night, and we're just leaving, going to get our bags. And there's a man with a Weymouth shirt on, and he says, "Hey, you the weatherman?" Here it is, the middle of the night, Daytona. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I like your shirt, Weymouth." He goes, "Yeah, I grew up in Weymouth, live in Florida now." And speaking of Weymouth, thank you, Ken Mayette, for commenting a couple of days ago on the YouTube regarding you'll always think of Bob Newmeyer when the Kentucky Derby comes around. Bob Newmeyer, I had to look back, and I do totally remember him, knew me on TV, but I didn't realize that he also grew up in Weymouth. And in Louisville, there's an area named Newmy Place, and I couldn't find Newmy Place on the map, so I couldn't go see it. But we did get to do some exploring in Bourbon City yesterday, so the weather part's done. And the Enmore just features us getting a quick tour in the afternoon in the rain at 51 degrees. Incidentally, the record low high for yesterday was 47 degrees in 1957 in Louisville. It was pretty close. And good to see the Louisville Slugger. Oh man, I used to use the Louisville Slugger in Little League, and I got to stand next to the Louisville Slugger and pose. That was really fun. I didn't really get to touch the Ohio River, but we looked at it. We were just inches from the Ohio River. And there's one hotel there called Proof. Everything kind of has a whiskey or bourbon connotation, or baseball, or horses. It's all mixed. It was a lot of fun. I wish I had more time there. And so we'll leave you the Enmore from touring around, leaving, and grabbing some roses at the airport, and checking out Kentucky. And connections were tight last night, but we made it. And it's going to go a little out of order. We had some food at Doc Crow's, I think, place. Doc Crow's. You know how I love Crow's. And that was after we went to Proof. But I'm going to leave you with the museum at Proof for the Enmore. Eye for detail. Along with a time lapse of Weymouth, where the wind shifted on a dime in the afternoon from southwest, and then it started raining, getting cold. So here's the Enmore. Fare thee well, Louisville. Sorry to miss you, Denise Isaacs. I didn't know you were in Louisville. We used to work together at NECN. And tomorrow morning at this time, it's afternoon now, isn't it? It's morning where I am, but it's afternoon when I publish this thing. We're going to feature a new class of meteorologists here. We're here for a special graduation. And we're all on the same team, doing the weather together, biking together. How fun. Here's the Enmore from Louisville, Kentucky, on May the 4th be with you. Not really all that into that. All right, here it is. Just about to check out an Omni here. Look at the stuff they're finding in the rooms. Yeah, there's a fastener. And no more fasteners. Just some more cold rain outside today. But we're not done with Louisville yet. 4 o'clock. It has not stopped raining for 1 second. The sky is brighter. But we're 53 degrees. Colder than Cape Cod. Getting about 0.05 inches of rain per hour. Airport's right there, but our flight is not for hours, so we're going to do a little touring. To say it's a tad busy here is an understatement, but it's going smoothly. Bags are checked. We're not done touring. I mentioned Indiana is like right across the river. I want to find that Louisville Bat and the Ohio River so we can look across to Indiana. It's one of our goals here. 53 degrees. There's the Ohio River, Indiana. Look, it's Parliament, Big Bend. Next time, go over to Ohio River. See the handle. There it is. Louisville Slugger. Out the door. Oh boy. I remember when I was in Little League, I loved the Louisville Slugger. I first hit a 30, then a 31, then a 32, 33, and every once in a while I got cocky and hit a 34. Where wood meets wonder. Guess I have to go inside to get the details. Genuine J.A. Butch Hilrick Louisville Slugger. I should know more. I don't. Is it made out of wood? Feels it. No, I don't think they're open, but they're making bats. All right. Been there, done that. Catch you next time. It was fun. They get golf balls in there too. I get a picture of a bridge covered with ice. That must be connected to Indiana, right? Thinking of you, Mike Adams, where wood meets wonder. Barrels and billets, custom bourbon, Louisville Slugger, Walk of Fame, Babe Ruth, bat, model R43, baseball's first great slugger and the most celebrated athlete of his era from 1914 to 1935. Hit 54 HRs in 1920, more than all but one AL and NL team. Led all AL in home runs 12 times, including a 154 game season record of 60 home runs in 1927, 714 career HRs, and 342 career batting average. And then what? Threw his piano in Walden Pond, something like that. Jimmy Fox, Pat Model, Honus Wagner, keep it going. Josh Gibson, oh, this is fun. Pete Browning, Louisville Sluggers. They call it Bourbon City. Not that into whiskey, but why not? Who's that? Bonnet Rock. Daniel Boone. Sons of Liberty. National Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. That building's looking pretty old. I almost see some blue sky, but it just refuses to stop raining. Crystal Springs Distillery offices. Prohibition was not the only reason distilleries closed. People just lost their thirst for it. Ha! Not. Preservation. I for detail. Can't really read it, but we got a golden statue showing the real human form. Some more real human form right here. This is the beginning of the end of humanity, I believe. Yeah. The restaurant is part of a hotel. There are the founders at Stever Ed Glasses. And there's just a wonderful museum in here of art, and I love the space. It's very spacious, and it goes on and on. Please do not touch the art. Made out of all recycled plastic right here. I'm not sure if that's art or not. And then come over here around this corner, and let's blow our mind. Hey, TK, catch the letter. There's T, catch the T. T, we need a K now. Where's the K? Anybody like to buy a vowel? I'll take an E. I need a K. There's a Y. Get the Y. I don't see any K's, but we'll keep going because, you know, more and more and more. How much can we handle? Even the outside looks like art, and this is completely duct tape right here. This artwork is duct tape. Tredici Cavalli, 13 horses. 21C Louisville presents Tredici Cavalli, 13 horses, an exhibition of the artwork by Joe Gianalda celebrating Triple Crown winning horses in history. And then the space is really big, and I love this space. And they're like garages. And look at these, the horses before. This is the horse when our grandparents. Assault 1946, Citation 1948. Now this gets into my time when I started watching the Kentucky Derby and the Triple Crown. Secretariat, Seattle Slew, Affirmed, American Pharaoh, Justify, and this huge garage. I should show you the men's room, but there's a waterfall in there. I'm not going to. And look at the mirrors. Just brilliant use of space. Gorgeous. It's worth a trip to Louisville just to come to here. So you can stack the letters up. How funny. That?
T-H-A, that's part of my name. Now we got to prove that now.
Oh, I tried to do my name too.
All right, now
How funny.
M's.
Fly there. How fun. What a game. Adult fun too. All right, on to the next. There's so much to do around here. Oh boy, that looks like a tornado. It is a tornado. We've got weather art, bed parts, sticks and branches. Oh my goodness, this is just brilliant. So fun. Wow, the space. Look at all the space. More and more and more. Is that a mermaid or a Neptune? It just goes on and on and on. Look at the twister. Tornado warning in effect in this museum. How did they get this to stand up like that? It just keeps going and going. Goodness, so fun. Oh, now all of a sudden we've gone back in time. Prehistoric. This is called Virgil Marty Landscape Wallpaper. Screen printed fluorescent and rayon flock on paper using fluorescent ink and dyes on landscape scene. The viewer is placed in an unfamiliar relationship to familiar objects with the blend of natural and psychedelic nostalgia. Marty questions the elaborate means we take to recreate the natural world in an unnatural environment. And this curtain just dares you to open it. Salt, salt, salt are the flavors I recall. The texture of my tongue changing with each of the days we spent at sea, venturing forth towards my brain unable to access memories of such location from Jacob Roggeveen since his first had insight in 1722. I was unable to read it fast enough. I fantasized the possibility of the island. I think this is a good way to close out, and more. May the 4th be with you on the 5th. Hazardous waves can sweep you off rocky headlands, suddenly flood beaches. Use caution. To the hilltop, we look over to the next parallel.